Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. We're going to talk about Social Security claiming with the coach, Dave Pimper. My name is Steve Murray, the president here at Insurance Agency Marketing Services. Really enjoy these Tuesday morning meetings where we talk about something that can help our producers get in front of more clients. And Social Security claiming has been over the last 10, 15 years, 10, 12 years, probably just consistently at the very top of that. So this is a great webinar. You're going to get 4 or 5 key pieces of information regarding Social Security claiming that can help you with many of your clients. You'll get a little opportunity to gain more information. You'll get some insight on some things that some events that we can do, or some mailings that we can do, or some Facebook marketing that we can do to help you get in front of more clients regarding Social Security and your expertise there on a very efficient and economical basis. And finally, I will tell you that in general, the seminars and meetings that we've been advertising for have been as well attended as ever, probably better attended than ever. So really topical conversation right now because of all what's happening with Social Security, and I think just the overall economics of our country right now have people with more questions than they've had maybe over the past 2 or 3 years. And of course, during the pandemic, there was a lot of, hey, let's just wait and see. We got other things on our mind now. Let's not worry about our financials. A lot of that's behind us. A lot of people are starting to get concerned about things again that concern them a little bit more. So we're going to take about 40 minutes total. I'm going to buzz through a quick 10-minute why I am's commercial, if you will, that hopefully you'll get a couple of pieces of insight about what we do and how we do it that might be beneficial to you and your business. There'll be an opportunity to ask questions, and then there'll be a couple of polls that pop up. So let me thank you again for joining us, and let's get rolling on today's webinar. So many of you, well, actually not many, this is a webinar that does draw, I think, more of our experienced producers for whatever reason. And so there's just a few of you on here that are very brand new to IAMS. But for those of you that are on that are new, during our first 180 days, hopefully your sales directors let you know that you've got an opportunity to take advantage of some extra benefits when you do business with us during your first 180 days. So you can see those before you on the screen. I'm not going to dwell on those. Just some of our just straight incentives, whether it's cash or maybe a trip for you and your guest to a Ritz-Carlton or something like that. But the bulk of them are other opportunities that you can take advantage of to grow your business. And some of those around Social Security. So if you haven't already taken advantage of new producer builders or bonuses, by all means, get with your sales director. These are two programs that are ongoing, the RPM and marketing reimbursement. RPM is a simple program. If you refer somebody and they do business, we pay you an ongoing bonus based on the business that they do. Those get to be some pretty good checks. In fact, right now, they are the biggest checks we send out. That program has now been in place for about 15, 17 years now. And so you can imagine that, folks that have been referred to us 4, 5, 8, 10, 12 years ago, those checks start to get quite large, which is great. We'd rather send money to you than send money to any advertiser. I guarantee you that. Also, market reimbursement, it's a nice little program. You do business, simple, you do business, money goes in your marketing reimbursement account. You spend money to grow your business, and we match that spend dollar for dollar. So basically, effectively doubling the power of your marketing dollars. So many of you already, just looking at your attendees today, many of you already take advantage of both of those programs. And thank you for your referrals, by the way. Life and Annuity Academy. So we had a period of time there, like everyone, where we weren't getting out and about much, but that's changed now. We'll have more Life and Annuity Academies here in 2023 than we've ever had. We'll have a total of 6. We have 5 left. We had one already. We have one coming up here in June here at our offices in Omaha. We have another 4 on the schedule after that that you can request or let us know that you have interest in attending by simply, let me do this, I'm going to launch this poll real quick, by simply putting yes on this poll. If you put yes on this poll, then what will happen is you will get a registration form, and then you complete that, and then we know that you have interest in attending, and we take it from there. So as I mentioned, we have one coming up here in June. That's here in Omaha. Great time to be in Omaha, by the way. We'll have that academy right here in our office. So for those of you with us today that maybe have wondered some of the names and faces of people that you've talked to in the past, or want to see what IAMS looks like close up, we have our capacity here in our meeting room is about 30. And even that may be a little high. We'll be stretched at 30, but it'll be a great chance to see IAMS, see your people that you work with, and get the same great content that you're used to hearing about from our Life and Annuity Academies. There's a reason why they're probably some of the most sought after events in the industry over the last 15, 20 years. So we do take care of your expenses. We'll take care of your hotel. We'll take care of your meals. And you'll be in front of 3 or 4 top producers. It's sponsored by a couple of carriers. So you get a little bit of information on those carriers and hear from them for a little bit. And then most of it is just sales and marketing and how do I grow my business. So great way to spend 2 or 3 days out of your office, and that really is your expense associated with the event. You're going to be away from your office from a Wednesday through a Friday, and going to be a little travel involved and getting you out here and let you see the works, but I think you'll find it very, very valuable. I can honestly say I've never come away, oftentimes a lot of people are walking by me at the door as we're leaving, getting on buses to go back to the airport or whatever, and I always get high compliments on the amount of content. In fact, probably if there was a complaint, I do hear sometimes that there's more content than you can take in 3 days. I believe that's true, actually. So we'd love to have you out. If you have a question, call your sales director, 800-255-5055. If you have interest in joining, I'd appreciate it if you put, so usually what we do is if you put no, then we know you've either been in or not interested. We don't get a lot of notices, you can imagine, to Academy polls. But if you put yes, we'll send you out the registration form. If you don't put anything, we'll give you a quick call and verify what you want to do, because we know sometimes there are technical difficulties. So please let us know for sure if you don't want to be contacted, and not hurting our feelings at all. We don't have any shortage of interest in people coming into our academy. So I'm going to go ahead and close that poll and get moved on here. All right. Most of you do e-apps now. A major sea change went on in that area over the pandemic, that 2020 to 2022, 2020, early 2023, we've just seen, really, really good adoption of those. For those of you that aren't doing e-apps, I know I'm sure there's a good reason for it. And probably one we'll have to get over here in the next couple of years, because by all accounts, what our carriers are telling us is that the quality of the applications, the ease of processing, not just from their standpoint, but from your standpoint, the e-app just makes it really the only way efficiently to do business going forward. So there are all kinds of tricks to the trade. And, even if you are going to be in an area where you don't have the ability to you get online, there is a way that you can go in, put the information into the system, print the application out, take it to your client, complete it, get signatures, and upload it back into the system, and still have it handled as an e-app, which is very beneficial to you and your clients in terms of turnaround time and making sure that you have the right information in the right spots on the application, things like that. So if you're not doing e-apps yet, we do have on our website, we have the ability to do almost all of the carriers e-apps right from it's called a single sign-on, and we can, whether you're doing business with Equitrust or Athene or Silac or North American, their application, their e-app is on our system, but you do have to go in there and register. The only reason we have a registration is so that we can confirm that you're licensed with the carriers. And then after that, you won't have to go to 7 websites to do 7 different apps with 7 different carriers. You can do them all from our website. And another beautiful thing about that is that you can do a cut and paste. So if you're doing an application on your client and you want to do one also they say you do it with Equitrust, you want to do one with North American, you can do a kind of a cut and paste, and the information that is applicable that will transfer between those carriers gets automatically updated for you. And that's kind of a nice little feature that many of our producers have discovered that has made them real. It makes it a lot easier on your writing hand when you don't have to go through all that again and again and again. It's beautiful. You always have you have the right forms, you have the right blanks filled in. So it's a great way to do business. If we can help you with that, if you haven't yet registered on our website to do e-apps, it's about a 2-minute process. You go in, go to the website, go under Firelight or go under eApp Solutions, go under Firelight registration, put your name and email in, and that's all you have to do. So consider eApps if for those few of you that are not already doing that. We've got a great advertising team that can help you through every niche of getting your reputation built and getting within your client base, within your area. They do a lot of that. They can help you with some pre-done stuff where we just add your name and address and phone number. They can help you with some custom stuff that you need for your business. And we're doing that for as little or nothing as we can. Obviously, that helps you grow your business. And when you're successful, we're successful. So they're a really good team of folks. I get great feedback from everybody that deals with the creative team. So take advantage of that. Everybody now, not everybody, many of our top producers use a retirement analyzer at some level. We'd like you to consider that if you have not already. If you are doing business with us, we're going to take care of your monthly costs for that. So we got a great team, not only here, but at Thomas Gold that can help you through the process. If you're not using a software like this that helps you help your client find their path to retirement and see where they're ending on their based on what they're doing today and where that's going to end them up 6, 10, 12, 14, 18, 20 years from now. The Retirement Analyzer is probably the best tool in the industry, not because they are the most complete or have the best graphics or what have you, but as far as a combination of everything that you need and as far as quality of output based on the time that takes to input, I haven't seen a better one. There's a reason why we've been working with these folks for 18 or 19 years now. And they've got, not only do they have a great product, but they've got a great team and they've got great support on their website that has helped our guys and gals make more sales to new clients and make more sales to existing clients. So if you have interest, get with Marcus or Justin here at our office and have them get you access to Retirement Analyzer. Even if you're not producing with us yet, let's say you're new to us and have not written your first application. If you want to try it out, I'm sure we can get you access for 30 days or so as you're getting it figured out. All I would ask is for those of you that have used it and are using it regularly, that's great. For those of you that have used it, maybe for whatever reason not using it regularly, if you'd let us know that, we'd sure appreciate it so that we can have it reflect properly so that we're not paying for somebody that's not using it. We're going to go to Kiowa Island in beautiful South Carolina. It's right on the coast of South Carolina. We're going to run down there in just right around tax time, actually, of 2024, April 14th. We're going to be there through the 18th at Kiowa. Then we're going to take another group for another extra couple of days to Charleston Place up in Charleston, Charleston, South Carolina. Both beautiful areas. That'll be a beautiful time to be there. Really looking forward to that. We have an 18-month qualification, which we're just a little bit more than halfway through. Still plenty of time to qualify. It will be our largest group ever. As you all know, business, the indexed annuity business and the MYGA business is very, very good right now. And so we're going to have a great group out there. We'd love to have you and your guests be part of that. That 4.5 million qualifies you and your guests to attend. And we'd love to have you all down there joining us for a great. You could see based on the graphic there that there's golf, but there's a lot to do down in that area. I had the good fortune to be there a few years back. Beautiful property right on the beach, great pools, a great beach area, lot to see, very historic area of the country. We'd love to have you and your guest join us for a few days of relaxation down at Kiowa Island. So we're going to get started with the coach, Dave Pimper. Dave I didn't do an intro for him early on because I wanted to wait until he was joining us. And has he joined us yet? Are you out there, Dave? Not yet. He'll be joining us very soon. So Dave got in the business in 1981. So he's an experienced producer like many of you. I know a lot of you on with us today have been in the business 15, 18, 20, 30 years. So like you, he's an experienced producer. You all know the value of that in your daily business. Beyond that, Dave has some of the experiences that he has and some of the things that he's done, I think are very valuable to know about. So he's got about 25 to 30 years of radio experience. That includes a live show, a half-hour live show. It includes his current 1-hour recorded show. He has done 10-minute market commentaries at the end of the day, and then he's also done radio commercials, those little 30-second spots. So a lot of experience in radio that I think could be valuable to you. He has done probably the focus of his business since he's been in the business is being in front of people on a seminar basis. So he's done about 565 now public seminars. And you all know how valuable that experience can be. So those public seminars have ranged from dinner seminars all the way to what we see right now with a lot of our producers using to some success is non-dinner kind of educational seminars around Social Security claiming and helping people better understand Social Security, helping people better understand what is available to them and what's not available to them in terms of information from the Social Security Administration, which they are getting better at, by the way. And then finally, kind of how you integrate your Social Security retirement income into your overall income plan. So that's a bit of focus. Now, there are certainly other seminars that Dave does. He does 8 retiree mistakes. I think he's doing one right now specifically around non-hardship withdrawals and RMDs and things like that for folks that are getting right to that 59 and a half to 60 age group. I think he does a dinner with those right now. So he'll give you some good information on what he does and how he does some of those things as well. So looking forward to hearing more from Dave. He's just getting ready to join us. I see him trying to sign on. Let's give him a second. I'm going to put you all on hold and have our IT team help him out a little bit. Hold on just one moment.
Hello, Mr. Murray. Well, Steve, can you hear me? Hello, Steve.
Hey, Dave, can you hear me all right?
Hey, Steve, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Perfect. There we go. Good. So I've done a pretty good intro of you. They know most things there is to know about Dave Pimper and your business and seminars and radio and Social Security claiming. So you might give them I didn't touch on your background with the experience you've had around your Social Security expertise. I think that would be a particularly good thing for you to go over if you have a second.
Absolutely. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, Dave Pimper is my name. I'm a producer in Fremont, Nebraska, outside of Omaha, only about 20 miles away from the IAMS's home office. National home office, Steve. How's that sound? The national home office.
Sounds big time.
Yeah. Well, you guys have gotten big time. I'll tell you what, I think in the last, I could be wrong on this, but I think probably in the last 5 or 6 years, you've almost doubled the size. And,
Yep,
and
about right.
Is that close? About
Yep.
right, yeah. And you know what's really interesting about this is, I think from a service standpoint, and I know that's been going through the pandemic and finding good people, but you've got a lot of people. I mean, like you take a look at Chris and Marty and Lisa and I mean Matt. You take a look at just Floyd. I mean, you have a lot of longevity in your company, don't you?
We do. We're fortunate to have good people that have been with us for, in some cases, literally decades. So
Yeah,
we
you're
do
right.
feel very fortunate, and we keep a nice continuity of service and kind of the culture that has made IAMS great, which is service first.
You bet. Okay, enough about IAMS, okay?
That's enough of that.
But it is pretty impressive. Yeah. All those people I talked to, I think every one of them has been there 15, 20 years or longer. And, that's kind of rare for a field marketing organization. But I produce, and I've ran my business through IAMS forever, since I've started with Fixed Index, which was about 17 years ago, 18 years ago. But I coach for them, and I coach exclusively for IAMS, Social Security, sales process, seminar coaching, Retirement Boss Radio, which I put together and I market. It's a trademarked show through IAMS. And what happens is when I work with IAMS, pretty much hand in hand, I'm sorting out the FMO. But what I'm trying to do is get where my clients have more appointments, and that's real important. And Steve, I just sent out it's a weekly email. I don't always do it every week, but I do it to all the coaching people that I've coached and the people that have interest. But in there, and you get it also, Steve. When you get it, I think there's in my last 3 Social Security workshops, I had 43 people that said yes, they want an appointment. 43.
Wow.
And after Natalie called everybody, and Lynn did all the calling on this. Mm-hmm. We got 39 set appointments out of 43 that said yeses.
That's crazy.
Pretty darn good.
Yeah, pretty darn good for sure.
39 all around Social Security. I'm meeting a guy today, this afternoon, 357,000 came from a Social Security workshop. I got a closing appointment tomorrow, almost 450,000 Social Security workshop. I got 3 or 4 second appointments next week, not counting all of first. And Steve, it's just wild in Omaha. I mean, we're booking out earliest we could get in. My days are booked until June with appointments in Omaha.
You need a sub producer. You need somebody to take some of your appointments for you, Dave.
Nope. I tell you, I need Dave Pimper just to work harder. But what happens on this is that I coach Social Security, and a lot of people don't know Social Security. And I'll tell you right now, I can take a complicated subject and make it easier. I can't say I can make it easy, but I can make it easier for you. So a lot of people in this business don't do Social Security workshops because they can't figure out how do you make money from Social Security. Remember, Social Security Administration does not give advice. They do not give advice. They can't ask you what kind of other income do you have coming in, like guaranteed annuity income or pension income. They can't ask you what kind of assets you have, like your 401k, 403b, IRA, Roth, real estate, thrift savings plan. I do that. They can't ask you what your expenses are. We can ask that. What's your health like? We can ask that. They can't. There's so many things we can do. The Social Security, when's the last time you ever saw the Social Security Administration give a Social Security workshop, educational workshop? There's a 5-letter word that describes that. Never. Never. That is 5 letters, isn't it, Steve?
Yeah.
It's a 5-letter word. Yeah. Never. Nope. And you know what, Steve, right now? I just looked at the numbers. I mean, we got 90 some up in New Jersey. Then we've got another New Jerseyite but another New Jersey. It just skips my brain right now. Mm-hmm. No, it's that's right. Yeah, that's exactly right. So Mr. B, he's got 80 some signups. I got a guy that's down in Louisiana. He's got 90 signups. The guy in Boca Raton we just got done with, he had 70 some signups. Now, not all those people come, but I'm just telling you, Social Security is hot. It's almost like it was this pandemic. It was tough during the pandemic because people weren't doing face-to-face of anything. But now people, they really want that information. So I'll tell you right now, it's a great time for Social Security seminars. Okay, here we go. Stay with me. We're going to do this, and we're going to do this, we'll be done. We'll be done just about quarter till the hour. So this is going to be about 20 minutes of pretty quick stuff here. So most retirees get little advisor help. Yep, only 1 in 5 advisors really understand Social Security, and it's proven that people will change. They will change because their rep doesn't really understand Social Security claiming. Steve, do I have the controls by chance or not? There we go. Like magic. It's like magic. Okay. So let's do this. I'm going to do this test quickly. So take this test with me, okay? Here we are. To maximize your monthly Social Security checks, at what age must you claim Social Security benefits? to maximize your monthly Social Security check, say you're single, you want to get the biggest check you can. What age do you claim the benefit on? Answer is not full retirement age. It is age 70. Age 70. Now, that may not be your biggest lifetime benefit. What happens if you got really bad health? Claim at 70, die at 72? No. You should have been taken earlier. And many people, there are reasons to take early, but many people should wait longer. There are good reasons to wait longer. Second question, what's the earliest age you can receive survivor's benefits if you're not disabled? What's the earliest age you can receive survivor's benefits if you're not disabled? The earliest age is? Age 60. Not 62, but it is age 60. Question 3, does your spouse need to receive benefits for you to qualify for spousal benefits? So to get a spousal benefit, does your spouse need to have claimed? Yay or nay? It is yay, they do. Can't get any benefit unless they claim. Fourth, can divorced spouses receive spousal benefits? Can divorced spouses receive spousal benefits? It's a good question. Can they? Yep. If 4 stipulations are met. So here's what we're going to do. Oh, I'm going to go back on that. Okay, like you never saw that. Let's go back. What are the 4 stipulations? Well, first one is you currently have to be unmarried. But if you can guess 2, now it's just guessing one of the next 3. One of the next 3, I'm going to give this question to you. So first of all, you have to be unmarried. Your ex can be married. You have to be unmarried. Here's the other ones. First one, being unmarried. Second one is married at least 10 years or longer. Third one, ex-spouse is at least 62, and your divorce was 2 years ago or longer. All of those have to line up, and then you can take your ex just as if you're still married to him, your husband and wife in the eyes of Social Security. Why is that important? Many more options. That's what's important. Number 5, are you eligible for survivor's benefits if you're divorced? Another good question. Are you eligible for survivor's benefits if you are divorced? What do you think? Yay or nay? It is yay. You can. In those 4 stipulations still. So how did you do on that test? And if you got 1, 2, or 3 right and you missed a couple, 2, 3, 4, yeah, you know what? You probably need a little Social Security claiming coaching. I don't know if there's, I'm telling you, I don't know if there's anybody in the industry that is coaching like IAMS does with Dave Pimper. We're one-on-one. We do it from a slide presentation. Those aren't here, but some of those are my actual slide presentation slides. How important is Social Security? I'm going to tell you what, it's darn important. Almost 60% of all retirees count their Social Security benefits to be their major source of income. Not just a source of income, but bigger than retirement plans, bigger than savings, bigger than pension plans. Pretty darn important. Get a load of this. By Janet Herron at USA Today a couple, 3 years ago. Doing this one thing with your Social Security could mean losing $100,000 in retirement. $100,000 in retirement. Bullet point 1, how much does claiming Social Security at the wrong time cost you? Bullet point 2, retirees will lose, listen to this. Retirees will lose an average of $111,000 in income per year over their household. Why? Because they took Social Security benefits at the wrong time. And lastly, over bullet point 4, overall, only 4% of retirees took the financially optimal age. And it's not always waiting to 70. Many times it's taken before that to make it optimal. And we have Social Security software that you get. If you do Social Security seminar, you get that free for 3 months. If you want to pay for it, it's about $30 a month after that, but you get it free for 3 months. History started in 1935 by Franklin Delano Roosevelt. 65 was the only age you could take. 62 was the average age of longevity. What a great actuarial dream for the government then. Now it's getting tougher. People living longer. Lesser people on Social Security paying in. In 1950, there was 15 people paying in for every retiree. Today, 3. In 13 years, it's going to be 2.2. In 1960, it used to be 65 was the only age you could take. In 61, under President Kennedy, they lowered it to age 62. Cost of living allowances have been around for a long time, since 1975. There's only 3 years there hasn't been a cost of living increase: 2010, 2011, 2016. Only 3 years. Is there taxation on Social Security? If you make enough money, there is. It's called provisional income. We'll talk about it. It's your modified adjusted gross income plus half of your Social Security plus all of your municipal bond interest. But there can be taxation. Not any big changes. About every 7 to 10 years, there's big changes. Violence of spend got phased out during the Bipartisan Budget Act of 2015, implemented on 1/1/16. And restricted application, yeah, that also got phased out. It's going to end this year after 8 years. Here's Social Security 101. It all starts from full retirement age, 66, 67. If you're born, if you take it earlier, if you take as early as 62, but take it earlier, discounted. If you take it, depending on full retirement age, it's going to be discounted anywhere from 25 to 30% if you take it 62. Age 70, you don't have to take, but it doesn't grow any longer, so you want to take. Can Social Security have a huge value? You're darn right if you claim at your right time. Not the right time, not a right time, but your right time. Trust fund is running out of money. It just went down 56 billion this year, 50-some billion last year. First time in 38 years that it actually went down. But there's still 2.85 trillion. 2.85 trillion of money in that trust fund. But when that goes bankrupt, a lot of people think, hey, there will be no benefits coming in. That's not true. The trust funds is just used if payroll taxes doesn't pay enough. Payroll taxes for years has paid enough, and they haven't touched the trust fund until lately, from the pandemic on. Okay? So they will run out of money, and the paychecks are going to go down anywhere from 15 to 20%. It would if the trust fund was gone. Will they do something, the government? Yes, they will. Right now, they're going to either increase taxes or increase the age, one or the two, but they will do it. It's just too important. Is it a pay-as-you-go system? Yeah, it's paid by payroll taxes or Federal Insurance Contributions Act, FICA. 6.2% you put in, your employer matches 6.2%. A lot of people say it's a Ponzi scheme because the government does borrow on those special issue government bonds, or they sell them. They cash out other debt in the general budget. But they replace it with an IOU. Same backing that your currency in your pocket's got. Gold, silver, nothing backs your currency but the IOU, just like Social Security. No worries. You need 40 quarters of coverage. Each quarter is $1,640. $1,640. If you take that times 4 in a year, it's $6,560. That gives you a minimum of 4 quarterly credits. You need 10 years of those or 40 of those to get a credit. What if you have 39 or 38? Do you get a partial credit? Partial award? Nope, nothing. All or none. They take your earnings over your working career. Earlier you take, lesser it is. Longer you wait, up to 70, the more it is. They take your highest 35 years of inflation adjusted. So just because if you're in your 60s and back in the 80s you earned 24,000, that might be quite a good year on your earnings because of inflation. This year was 8.7%. Last year it was 5.9% inflation. That again is the highest that it's been in 38 or 39 years. If there's any questions, certainly just type them on in. It's real important that I answer those questions for you, and I can do it right after we're done with today's presentation, which will be here in about 5, 6, 7 minutes. FRA, full retirement age. If you're born 43 to 54, it's age 66. I was born in 55, 66 years and 2 months. Stair steps 2 months up to 1960 or later. Your full retirement age is 67. A newborn born today, full retirement age, 67. If you take early, it's discounted. Depending on your full retirement age, if you take at 62, your benefit's going to be discounted anywhere from 25 to 30% for life is what the discount would be. If you wait longer than full retirement age, it's going to grow a guaranteed 8%. 8% guaranteed. Pretty darn money. You can't find 8% guaranteed growth in an investment or income stream from the government. So let's talk about three benefits. Let's talk four benefits. Let's talk about spousal benefit, divorce benefit, survivor benefit. Those are the main three. We're going to talk about restricted application a little bit too, but Social Security spousal benefit, it's done automatically. You don't even have to ask for it. PIA, Dave's PIA, primary insurance amount, the amount at full retirement age is $2,400. Amy's is $1,000. Dave takes his, Amy takes hers. Big one gets his, Dave gets 24. Amy has the option, all of hers or half of Dave's, whichever is higher. That's what she'll get. So she automatically gets 1,200, half of Dave's. That's how the spousal benefit works. Can't get them both. The lower one gets all of theirs or half of the spouse. Survivor benefit you have to ask for. Dave's benefit is $2,000. Amy's benefit is $1,200. Guy normally dies first. Here, Dave dies. Boom. Amy can't keep both benefits. Her husband's is dead, but she can jump to his and let hers go, which she does. Gives her an extra $800 from $1,200 to $2,000. She also can, if it's earlier in the years before 70 that the death is, she could take the survivor benefit and let hers grow, or vice versa. The vice versa, you only let the survivor benefit can't earn delayed retirement credits after the age of full retirement age. But there's some taking a benefit and then letting it grow. They can do that, which is cool. Divorce spouse benefit, we just went through that. Remember, you're currently unmarried. Your marriage lasted 10 years. Your ex is 62. Divorce is 2 years ago and longer. All those moons and stars line up. You can take your ex, and you can take each other if it helps you both. You can double dip here, just as if you're still married to them. More benefits, many more options for married couples and single couples. Won't always help you, but it may. Think about a doctor's wife. Doctor makes big money. Wife never worked. She was a volunteer, took care of the kids. Doctor divorces her for a trophy wife after 35, 40 years. Yeah, she can get a spousal benefit from him as long as she's unmarried. She can go and get his full death benefit as long as she's unmarried or didn't marry till 60 or over. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. Coordinating spousal benefits doesn't happen very often anymore. Got to be born before January 2nd of 1954. So you got to basically be 69 years in 4 or 5 months now, 5 months. But what it is, see, Dave's PIA is 2,400, Amy's 1,000, Amy takes hers. Dave now is going to grow 8% in delayed retirement credits while he takes half of Amy's benefit. Well, we only got about 7 months left. So it'd be half of 1,500 times 7 is 3,500. He could get a check for $3,500 just written out to him. But this is going away here at the end of this year. It's complicated, but that's why people come on in and they coach with me to understand this. Social Security can't give advice. They can only give your highest benefit, biggest benefit right now. That's right from their manual. Program's operational manual by Social Security. Provide enough information so that claimants can make informed choices. Do not give advice. We give advice. They don't give advice. That's what's so beautiful about being in this business. It's not a standalone income stream. It's the most flexible, claim at your right time. Survivor's benefit, look at my mom's living off of my dad's benefit. That certainly changes the break-even point for them. I kind of fact find off of this: income, pension, wages, pension, income-producing assets like 401ks and IRAs, RMDs, which are now at 73, not 72. Social Security is flexible. You can take it when you want to within 62 to 70. But that number 3, I'm going to cover all the assets there. There's ways to do that, which is pretty cool. When to claim, a lot of different benefits. We got seminar marketing, $2,950, but you get coached. You get coached by us. We handle it all in-house. Lynn is my main marketing manager. Natalie helps with the calls also. Yeah, it's all done here. We work solely with IAMS. Retirement Boss Radio. You get three, you know, you get 3 Social Security sessions I teach you for no cost. IAMS pays me to coach you both on seminar and Retirement Boss Radio. I mean, this weekend I got 2 appointments. I have another one that got 2 appointments this weekend. We're trying to get 10 appointments a month, which we've averaged that and more through the years. Or I can just coach you just straight up on Social Security for $800, just really to learn Social Security. I'm doing one of those right now. But then he decided, well, now I better do seminar. I better do seminars too. So there's no saying, says procrastination is my sin. It brings me constant sorrow. I really shouldn't practice it. Perhaps I'll stop. Doesn't stop. Procrastination doesn't stop. People who take action, they're the most successful. If you heard something today, you said, I should talk to Dave. Here's your chance. You talk to me, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. We'll talk about Social Security. We'll talk about marketing, what you can do to get in front of more people. I'm a pretty good salesperson. I'm a pretty good closer, but I'm a real good person to get in front of a lot of people. I see lots of people, and that's a success that I brand myself on. Is that I have tons of appointments, face-to-face appointments. For more information on Social Security, just mark yes. Lisa Marie from IAMS will call you. She will not bite. So if you mark yes, absolutely take the call. She'll call you here within probably today, if not first thing in the morning, and we'll get up. She has my calendar. She'll get on my calendar and a good time for your calendar. It's a 15, 20-minute phone call just to see if there's something there that can be a fit for you. Steve, I'm going to turn it over to you, and we'll see what questions we have before we button this up.
Thanks, Dave. Before you joined us, I talked a little bit about some of the ways that Social Security expertise can be used to grow business, and then you talked a little bit about the training and seminars in general. And so there became a little bit of confusion about. So can you take a minute and talk about a Social Security seminar, advertising, pricing, and what all goes with that?
Yeah, $2,950. So $2,950, that gets you the presentation. It gets you 3 months of the Social Security software. It gets you 3 coaching sessions from me on Social Security. It gets you about 20 attachments that I give you from coaching. Now, once you start, you get a video of me doing the Social Security seminar. You go in and get, there's probably 10 or 12 everything we do to the sign up sheets it's a track, Steve. It's just an absolute. They get all of what when we call to go in and verify the appointment or call the appointment, ahead of time. All of that is given to you that you can download. That entire package costs $2,950. We guarantee 35 signups. We've been averaging much more than that, but we'll guarantee you 35 signups. That doesn't mean 35 people will come, but you'll get 35 signups. If not, then we start giving your money back. And I think there's only been once or twice since we've offered that guarantee from way back, way pre-pandemic, that we've actually given back some money. So it doesn't hardly ever happen. But I think the big thing on this is understanding Social Security. I don't know if there's any other FMOs. They might help you with questions, but I'm talking about coaching. And then you can call me. I always say use me, don't abuse me, but you can call me as often as you want. Email me questions as often as you want on Social Security. Steve, the firm, IAMS, pays me a little stipend to go on in. The nice thing, too, is I'm not in your hierarchy. I'm not. I have nothing to do with your production. I want you to produce. That's how we all make money. The FMO and you and me as a producer, I make money from writing business, but I'm not in your hierarchy. I get if there's outside coaching you want, yeah, that would come out of your pocket. But from a Social Security standpoint, that coaching is paid for by IAMS. So that's it, $2,950, and we want you to get in front of 10 or more appointments. If we can get 10 appointments or more, the chance of you writing business is quite high.
And so, Dave, the question arises. So for $2,950, they get the seminar, they get your coaching, they get 35 registrants, which you talked about some numbers and we shouldn't really talk about them because they've been quite high lately, and I don't want to create an expectation. But you're probably looking at registrations and over a 2-day or 2-day seminar, say 35 to 50, I think fairly conservatively, which means you're probably going to be in front of between 20 and 30 people uh, uh, across a 2 seminar system. So the question that Jill has is conversion. Like, what is your conversion to business on that? Can you talk about that for a moment?
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I keep track of the cost, the cost of how many were mailed, what our return is, how many people signed up, how many people actually came. I keep tabs of how many appointments they say yes, how many we actually get, and how many appointments I get for the first appointment, second appointment, and third appointment. The interesting thing is, um, I I don't keep track of the dollars that come on in. And I
Mm-hmm.
do that a little bit just to protect myself because I don't want this to be about dollars. I want this to be about meeting with people. And it seems to take the pressure off of me. But I will tell you this, if I have 10 appointments, I'm going to close 1 to 3 of those families. So I average a little over $500,000 from each seminar. It might be a touch higher than that. So you can kind of go figure that out. If that 500,000 is all in fixed indexed, well then, Steve, you know what? 500,000 times probably average 6%,
Yeah.
maybe 30,000.
Mm-hmm.
Cost me under 3,000, 30 grand coming in. That's 10 times on my money. I do manage money, as you know, Steve, because you have a wealth management company there. So that's not money up front, but it's money down through the long haul. So, but my goal is to put at least 500,000 per seminar or more. If I do that, I'm pretty darn happy.
Good. So Jill typed in a follow-up question, and so she has done Social Security seminars. So her question is, what is your conversion process? So, and I know some of that gets into what you do in your coaching, but I can remember, and it goes back a long time now, but in your first couple, 3 Social Security seminars, that was an issue for you, wasn't it? You know, how do I actually?
Why do you bring that up, Steve?
I'm not trying to be negative at all.
No, you're exactly. I'm joking. You're exactly right. I consider myself pretty darn good because I coach sales process and I have for years and years, and I'm a very process guy. Well, my process wasn't very good. That transition process was not very good. I didn't really know how to do it, so I learned on my own. And you know what? It actually was worse. It was more than 3. I blew 5 or 6 appointments because I just didn't understand the transitioning. I mean, how do you go from Social Security to let's go write business off of something, off of a bank account or off of an annuity or some kind of security account? But I learned. I learned through time, and I got a system now that's it's not fail proof, but it's very very good. It works, and I use it over and over and over. And a lot of the guys that I coach and gals that I coach use it over and over and over. So that is a trick, a little bit of transitioning from a non-investment. It's not a into a commissionable or fee-based, a piece of business. But we've got it down pretty pat now, and this works very well.
One more follow-up question from Jill.
Okay.
So one, 2, 3 appointment question mark. So you do your closing process, or you doing it? I don't know anyone that does Social Security seminars and closes on on the first appointment. But what's your process?
Yeah, I have 3 appointments. First appointment, I got to find some money. If I don't find money, I'll go to the second appointment. Then I go to the second appointment, and I'm going to fact find, and then third appointment, I'm going to present and close it. So three appointments. That's what I do.
Perfect. Perfect. We don't have any questions about radio, but I think it'd be because of the success that you're seeing with radio. I think if can you take a minute and let the folks know how Retirement Boss Radio works?
Yeah, Retirement Boss Radio is a recorded or pre-recorded show hour. We actually only do the recording for a half an hour. We repeat a half an hour show from 4 shows before. Most people don't listen to a full hour. It's on a major AM radio station. I'm actually on some small AM stations too in Omaha, but a major AM radio station. We have an outside buyer who buys media time. We have an outside production company. We have an outside call center that takes all those calls live and sets up on. We have electronic calendar. that we download every Friday. It takes us about 20 minutes, and they know my calendar. They know when they can book appointments in. And we talk about Retirement Boss Radio is talking about pre-retired and just retired. We're looking to roll that money over like this. That's what we work with, and it's been very, very successful. It's not better than seminars, but the money's bigger than what seminars are. The people that come on in normally have a higher net worth and a bigger investment portfolio. If you've never thought about radio, it probably runs $3,500 to $4,000 average, I would say, all in per month, maybe up to $4,500. Yeah, but you know what? It's people start listening to you, and the longer you're in it, the better that it gets. And it's a seasoned program. Again, it's a process. And I coach you up on Social Security, give you 3 sessions there. So there's a lot of cool things about Retirement Boss Radio. And if you have interest just in marketing in general, it could be seminars, could be radio, or sales process, Social Security. Yeah, you just need to mark yes on that. We'll talk and see if I can help you in some way.
Dave, we got a lot of yesers, which is great. But I would reiterate, if there is just a question you want to ask Dave, or if there is a specific Social Security question that you have, go ahead and mark yes on the poll. I'll give you the opportunity to get a time set with Dave and have that conversation. I always say that you're always going to learn something from Dave about your business, because he has been doing what you've been doing, and in many cases for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years longer. And so a lot of wisdom there, a lot of experience that you can take advantage of. And Dave is a master marketer. I think that's really what sets you apart, Dave. When I talk to folks that have levels of success that are like yours, or maybe some a little higher, some a little lower, that the idea that you have to find your niche to get in front of prospects is like the common theme, and you're very, very good at that. I talked a little bit about your seminar levels, 560, 570 number of seminars in front of public at this point.
Yep. You're right. Yep. You're right.
And
yeah.
Can you ever remember having more people sitting in front of you at seminars than what you have right now over the past 3 or 4 or 5 months?
Well, with Social Security, I would say, when things were really popping before, maybe in that time period, when way back, because I'm an old guy, Steve, but you're in the business then too. It was 1986 on the tax reform. I brought a CPA in, and we did it at a city hall about the new tax reform. I remember we got 170 people in that room. 170.
That is beautiful.
we were like, it was heaven. And all we did was we just called people. Let's help you on your taxes. Let's help you save taxes. Let's help you do this. Let's help you do that. But besides those couple, in the last, I've been in the business for 42 years. Besides that, you know what? No, you always hear people get up. It's like, this is the best time ever. It's a great time. I'm not kidding. It's a heck of a time to be in the business, especially the Social Security business. And you know what? I'm not here to talk product, but what caps, 1 year point-to-point caps, S&P, true S&P, not any of the other indexes, but true S&P. Steve, you can get 10% plus right now, can't you?
Double digit. Yeah, double digit. Haven't people say, well, I haven't seen that in a long time. You haven't seen that ever.
Yeah. That's right. Well, you know what? I've seen it for a long time, but you've been in the fixed index business longer than I have, because you're with an FMO from the very. I am almost from the very get-go, except for just a year or two. But you know what? I remember calling you and saying, Steve, have you ever? And he said, I don't think so. I don't think I've ever. So pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah. Good time to be in the business. Well, I appreciate everybody joining us here today. I know that there are a couple of questions which I think we addressed. If you have anything else that you would like to chat with either myself or Dave about, so the webinar is available. And many of you know, those that join us for webinars regularly, that we record most of them, and we'll put them out on our YouTube channel, which is right on the website, imsync.com. You can go there if you want to hear this one, or if you want to hear a previous one, or any of our webinars are out there for your educational needs. So hopefully you'll take advantage of that. Retirement Boss Radio is www.retirementbossradio.com. So you want to listen to the radio show, that's where you do it. You have podcast down at the bottom of that page there. Go down to that website, go down to the bottom of the page, and you can listen to Dave's show. And I know that people said, I know that's what Dave sounds like. That's what they do a great job with production on the radio.
You're right. They do. They turn a very average or below average to above average, that's all you need to be. You need to be above average, and you can get appointments. Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah, it works. It works. So we've talked about a lot of things today, kind of got outside the rails a little bit of just plain Social Security based on the questions, which is great. But give us a call here at the office. We can help you. It's 800-255-5055. You can ask for myself. My name is Steve Murray. If you want to get set up for a conversation with Dave, I can arrange that. For those of you that answered yes on the poll or for whatever reason couldn't vote, you'll get a call from Lisa Marie, and she'll see if you want to chat with Dave or we can help you with anything else. Thank you for joining us here today. It's a great time to be in our business, and we're anxious to help you take full advantage of it. So give us a call here at the office, 800-255-5055. Look forward to chatting with you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for taking time out, Dave. I know you had an appointment right up until the start time, and I appreciate you taking a few minutes and out of your schedule and helping us with our Social Security knowledge. Everybody have a great day, and let's have a great weekend coming up as well. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.